சிரமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் எக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு திரை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय.
मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति.
देह शिवावर मोहे शुभ कर्म के कबू ना करूं. देह शिवावर मोहे शुभ कर्म के कबू ना करूं. जब जाए करे अपनी जीत करो निश्चय करे अपनी जीत करो निश्चय करे अपनी जीत करो. देह शिवावर मोहे शुभ कर्म ते कबू ना करो. देह शिवावर शुभ कर्म ते कबू ना करूं. और सीखो अपने मन को ऐलान करो भूल तो कुछ रो. ऐलान करो भूल तो कुछ रो. ऐलान करो भूल तो कुछ रो. देह शिवावर मोहे
Hearty welcome to day 2 of the Capacity Enhancement Program. I request Srinivasa Madhavan to take over the proceedings.
A very good afternoon to everyone. I welcome all the students as well as the viewers present in the YouTube live stream. Myself, Srinivasa Madhavan, the General Secretary of the UG Association, here to take you through the event. As we are embarking the beginning of the event, I wholeheartedly welcome Dr. K. Umadevi, Assistant Professor, as well as the Dean School of Commerce.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here. Information technology is the backbone of modern commerce, and continuous enhancement is the key to staying competitive. It is the driving force behind business transformation. Therefore, capacity enhancement is the driver of success. The blessings of Almighty, I, Dr. K. Umadevi, extend a very warm welcome to everyone gathered here for the second day of the 5 days capacity enhancement program that on recent trends in commerce and business, AI and digitalization, machine learning and technology-enabled business, jointly organized by PGN Research Program of Commerce of Guru Nanak College and the Information Technology Committee, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. The program is led by experienced professionals during the technical session spanning a 5-day period from 20th January to 24 January 2025. It's immense pleasure and honor that I extend a warm welcome to the President, ICMAI, a Vice President, Advisor, Principal Madam, co-conveners, conveners, all the faculty members and the dear students. To this program, which is poised to explore into some of the most transformative and dynamic trends shaping the world of commerce and business today. It's my great pleasure in introducing our esteemed keynote speaker for today's event. CMA Nanty NalinKumar Shah is the elected Honorary Secretary of Western Indian Regional Council for 24-25, having previously served as Treasurer for 23-24. A merit student with national and regional ranks in CMA Intermediate, he has consistently demonstrated excellence through his academic and professional journey. Mr. Shah holds diplomas in Forensic Audit and Information System and Security Audit from the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. He is also a graduate of SPB College of Commerce, Surat. His professional career began with Battley Boy Limited, a listed company, where he has entrusted with implementing a costing system for engineering products across the plant and received on-the-job training as an ISO auditor. Over the years, he has emerged as a highly sought-after cost consultant and auditor, catering to public sector undertakings and listed companies. He is a pioneer, being one of the most professional from Gujarat to be recognized as XBRL Conversion Service Provider by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs during the introduction of XBRL in 2011-12. Mr. Shah has contributed extensively to the professional community as a managing committee member in several terms and held leadership roles including Secretary Treasurer, Vice Chairman, Chairman of the Surat South Gujarat chapter of Institute of Cost Accountants of India. He is also an elected regional council member of WIRC 23-27. As a committed educator, he has delivered guest lectures at renowned institutions such as Vanita Vishram Women's University and Sarvajanik Education Society, as well as awareness program for SGST and CGST. Beyond his professional contribution, he is actively involved in organizing like SGCCI, Society for Tax Analysis and Research, Young Indian CII Youth Unit, and Surat South Gujarat Commercial Tax Bar Association. With this wealth of experience and achievements, CMA Nanty NalinKumar Shah embodies the spirit of innovation, leadership, and a commitment to lifelong learning. We are very happy to have the person here in the personality who is been having such an experience, who will be delivering his keynote address. Welcome you, sir. Let me also take the privilege in introducing the resource person for today's event. It's my privilege to introduce CMA Jyothi Dammala, an accomplished practicing cost accountant and a distinguished professional in the fields of taxation, accounting, and MSc requirements. She holds a master's degree in business administration and a Six Sigma Green Belt certified, showcasing her commitment to continuous improvement and excellence. CMA Jyothi brings with her a wealth of experience gained through key roles in renowned organizations. She has served as a chief accountant at various private limited companies and has contributed expertise in companies like Vijayawada Consulting Services, Mahendra Satyam, and GE Capital. Throughout her illustrious career, CMA Jyothi has developed specialized expertise in financial planning and analysis and has been a driving force behind the offshoring and outsourcing of critical business processes. Her leadership in process transition, implementing new system and ensuring seamless operational handovers has been instrumental in achieving efficiency and operational success in the organization she has served. Her passion for continuous improvement, strategic roadmap preparation, and process optimization has helped business to achieve significant cost saving, efficiency gains, and operational excellence. Today, CMA Jyothi will share her insights on the topic recent trends in technology used by BPOs. Drawing her vast experience, she'll provide us with valuable knowledge and practical perspectives on how technology is revolutionizing the business processes outsourcing landscape. We are very, very privileged to have with us an outstanding lineup of experts, thought leaders, and practitioners who will be sharing their insights and expertise. Their knowledge will undoubtedly illuminate pathways for us to harness these tools and technologies effectively and responsibly with our professional endeavors. Once again, welcome to this enriching and forward-thinking program. Thank you for the opportunity, and I wish you all a productive and insightful 5 days capacity enhancement program. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for your words, ma'am. Up next, let's hear a special address from Dr. Swati Paliwal, who is the Dean Academics and Dean of Guru Nanak Center of Consultancy and Outreach Initiatives.
Congratulations, Department of Commerce, in conducting the capacity enhancement program for our students. This event will definitely bring a lot of value addition to the participants, and I thank ICMAI for being our partner in this endeavor. I congratulate Dr. Gayatri Harikumar, her team of volunteers, and the head and faculty members of the PG and Research Department of Commerce for conducting this ambitious program. This topic chosen is very relevant and apt. Recent trends in commerce and business, artificial intelligence and digitalization, machine learning, and technology-enabled businesses. This program will mark a significant milestone in embracing the transformative potential of cutting-edge technologies in the field of commerce and business. The volunteers' effort in fostering the knowledge, encouraging the innovation, and preparing professionals for the evolving digital landscape is truly commendable. May this initiative inspire future advancements, collaboration, and success in bridging the technology and business for a better tomorrow. Wishing you all the best in your journey of empowering individuals. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now moving on, I take great honor and privilege to invite respected CMA Nanty NalinKumar Shah, sir, who will deliver the keynote address of the day. Please, sir.
Thank you. So thank you, K. Uma Devi ji, madam, for your warm welcome and humble introduction. Good afternoon, esteemed dignitaries, the faculties, and my dear students and members seeing this on YouTube through Institute. Uh, I am Nanty Shah, Secretary currently at WIRC, and it is an honor to be here at Capacity Enhancement Program organized by the IT Committee of our institute and Guru Nanak College. At the outset, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the IT Committee of the institute, led by our dynamic Vice President, Sir CMA TCA Srinivasa Prasadji, for his visionary approach to drive innovation and excellence. I am also uploading the Association of Guru Nanak College for the unwavering commitment of fostering the education that bridges tradition with modernity. The special mention goes to CMA Rakesh Shankar Ravi Shankar ji for his exceptional leadership in the management and coordination of this capacity enhancement program. This 5-day event, aptly themed recent trends in commerce and business, AI and digitalization, machine learning and technology enabled business, is the testament to their dedication and meticulous planning. We are living in the transformative eras, friends, where the technology is not just a tool, but catalyst for the change. The integration of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and digitalization is revolutionizing the commerce and redefining the traditional business practices and creating unprecedented opportunities for growth. This theme is incredibly timely. It equips us with the understanding of how emerging technologies are shaping the future of business, the commerce. Such initiatives are critical for empowering professionals as well as the students to stay ahead of the curve and drive innovation. Today's session, our recent trend on technologies used by BPOs is so apt for this date. Mr. Donald Trump has sworn in yesterday in US, and the Canadian markets are also open, accessible for us. And the government is gearing up to take the challenge from China plus one strategy of the global West. I'm sure that you'll admire the address of Jyothi Dalamma ji and his apt presentation. The Institute of Cost Accountants of India has always championed the cause of professional excellence and innovation. Initiatives like this are exemplifying our commitment to prepare future ready professionals who are seemingly integrating the technology with the decision making. As a cost accountant and a commerce professional, we are transitioning from the traditional role of becoming the strategic advisors and equipped with the leverage of technology for cost optimization and resource management and enhancing compliance. In conclusion, I encourage all the participants to absorb this wealth of knowledge that is offered during this program. Use it as a challenge for changing the status quo, innovate, and lead the way in transforming commerce through technology. Once again, my heartfelt congratulations to the organizers. My best wishes to all the participants. Let's work together to innovate, act, and thrive in this exciting era of commerce and technology. Thank you. This is all from my side.
Thank you for your words, sir. And yes, we are all now set to start the program. And now I invite our resource person of the day, respected CMA Jyothi Dammala ma'am, to share her insights and enlighten the students. Welcome, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Srinivas. Well, I take this opportunity to thank CMA Srinivas Prasad Garu, Rakesh Garu, Uma Garu, Swati, and Shah Garu. And also the Guru Nanak College team, students, and my dear CMA friends for this opportunity. Well, let's go into the topic. The topic is recent trends in technology used by BPOs. So, the list of topics, this is the first slide. This has the list of all the topics. That is brief overview of BPOs, factors driving the BPOs growth, what kind of jobs that BPOs take up, and what is the process, and how AI and other technologies are helping. Again, what are the challenges faced by BPOs and the best practices. Srinivas, can you make the slide full view? Okay, this is a small disclaimer. Then let's go ahead. Now let's look at the brief overview of BPOs. Now, as you know, the word BPO stands for Business Process Outsourcing. Then BPO is about subcontracting various business related operations to third party vendors. So, what all functions are generally outsourced would be HR, finance, customer care, technical support, and etc. But do only businesses outsource their functions to BPOs? In real life, we also outsource a lot of functions to people outside, maybe third party or somebody related to us. Like we outsource our household codes to our maids, our driving stuff to cab, bus, train, plane drivers. And of late, we have also been, using a Rapido, like the two-wheelers, and cooking stuff we had outsourced to the canteens in colleges and offices, restaurants. And now, like, it's like Zomato, Swiggy, and also like delivery within 15 minutes. So outsourcing is not something new. It's been there since ages, and we are all aware of this. So let's look at the other part of the topic today, that is technology. So basically, technology is a tool that is supposed to help us in our work, and it's about creating new things from the knowledge, or doing things in a different manner that would either save time, save resources, or make it easier for things to be done. This technology can be in two forms, either a hardware form that we can touch, we can feel, or it can be immaterial, or the software part, which cannot be touched, but which we can use, and we can gain from it. So the let's look at how BPOs evolved in India. In the early phase, like in 90s, in early 1980s to entire 1990s, the first BPO in India was started by American Express. It was in 1990s. GE, that is General Electricals, set up their BPO arm, GE Capital International Services at Gurgaon, and this is my first multinational company where I worked, and it kind of introduced me to the corporate world, and it also gave me my first international travel and experience of a different company, that is the United States. I'm thankful to GE Capital. Now let's move on to the second phase. The second phase came from year 2000 to kind of 2010, beginning from early 2000s. The BPO sector gained momentum, and it grew at a very rapid rate, around 38%. Then came the third phase. This third phase was a magical time for the industry. During this period, the transformative tech advancements took place in the industry. And this magical moments came because of the advent of new technology, mobile apps, smartphones, 4G, and many more innovations. Again, cloud computing also became a game changer. And again, as you know, after COVID, remote working is like new normal. And I think even now, a lot of companies are working like 2 days are asking, employees to come at least 2 days to the office, and rest of the days they can work from home. So COVID kind of changed a lot of things. Again, BPO was also not untouched. BPO had also to adjust to the time. So after 2022, there have been rapid advances in artificial intelligence and generative AI. And also that led to the development of chatbots and automated customer tools. Now let's look at why there is so much growth in BPOs that has happened. So this growth was supported by a lot of factors. A few I would be listing here. One of the factors was huge English speaking youth. uh, you would have recalled that earlier there were a lot of regional languages schools in a lot of places, but slowly what is happening is most of the schools are turning into English medium schools. So they are generating all these schools from village level to the cities metros. They are generating huge English speaking or rather understanding skilled youth. So this has been driving the growth for BPO. So they are supplying the manpower that BPO has been requiring. Now let's look at the cost advantage part. Why would somebody want to come into India and give their work to us? Because my work has some confidential stuff, so if I have to give it to somebody, then certainly I need to have lot of advantages, and they should provide me data security, then only I will be able to give them work. So cost advantage is one of the things that has helped uh, outsourcing of work from various countries to India. So when I was looking into it, like a small data entry work, which if somebody is in US and he has to do it, he will charge somewhere around 2,500 USD per month. So if I take the conversion rate as 86, then it would be around 2.5 lakhs INR. That is, if they have to work, if some US company has to get the work done in US, then they have to pay 2,15,000 per month. And what the Indian BPOs can get the same work is, in India, usually data entry work would be given to a fresher. So they would be taking a fresher at say 2.5 to 3.6 per annum. That comes to 20,000 to 30,000. Can you see the difference? Where is 2.15 lakhs and where is 30K per month? So that is the advantage that other countries are looking for. So clearly there is a lot of cost cutting that can be delivered through outsourcing stuff to India. And then technological innovations. India is at the forefront of technological innovations. So if you look at a lot of big companies, and those names, so those big companies, technologically big companies, are headed by Indian CEOs, Indian origin CEO, rather, I would say. So the next part is good infrastructure. Lot of our metro and other cities in India, like from Hyderabad to Kochi and other places, the land rates are pretty low. As I'm saying this, comparing to say big cities like New York or maybe London and stuff like that, and office rentals are very low as compared to them. So that makes leasing or building over here a pretty cheaper option. Apart from that, the government support, liberalization and privatization helped Indian BPO industries. So unless government is not supportive, if government is not supportive, then it becomes very difficult for any organization to run. Luckily, at that point of time, liberalization and privatization was taken up by Narasimha Rao and then Rajiv Gandhi ji, so RPM. So due to this, lot of a lot of companies from other countries got a door to come into India and then deliver their work to India. So these are one of the major factors that were driving the BPO's growth. So, apart, if you look at the BPO sector, it looks like more than 4 million employees directly and many more millions indirectly, like cab drivers, housekeeping, food vendors, and lot and entertainment stuff, and a lot of other things came up. So, making all this makes it one of the largest employers of the country. Now, let's look at the scope or type of jobs that are taken by the BPO. One second. Traditionally, when I started my BPO career, I could see like most of the jobs that were taken up were of repetitive nature. So they did not require a lot of autonomy or decision making. So those kind of jobs were outsourced. Like for an example, like AAP process, AP invoicing process. What happens in AP invoicing process is you will get a scanned copy of the bill, and then the AP data entry operator, what he will do is he will either copy or he will type in the invoice number, date, and stuff like that, all the required fields into the system. At that time, we had a software called JD AdWords. So what the person will do is he will copy all those details into JD AdWords, and then they will make a entry for accounting entry for the accounts payable system. So if these stuff, same thing has to be done in say US, so it would cost to around 2 point some odd lakhs, and in India it will cost you 30 Ks. So these kind of jobs were outsourced to India. So again, let's look at like can they outsource all the jobs to India? So that point of time, the answer was no, because that point of time they would almost all the tasks that were outsourced were SLA driven, they were process driven, and they were standardized. Like they will have a standard operating procedure, as we call it SOP. So basing on the SOP will basically list out all one by one all the details of the task to be done. Like example, if you have to make an invoice, so where it will like put an arrow and it will show like from here you have to copy this thing and then you have to paste it here. So that kind of details are given in an SOP. So basically those details were given, and then that were those things were done in India. And apart from that, these how do we monitor like things are doing well? So for that we had SLAs or service level agreements. These service level agreements could be like all those invoices that are received before 10 o'clock India time, 10 a.m. India time, should be processed within 2 or 3 days. Or it could be like any chart of account request received need to be processed within 2 hours. And if these SLAs are not met, then there could be like penal actions, or maybe in the initial stage they wouldn't mind and they would ask us to correct the stuff. So these are basically the SLAs. So this is how they would monitor if the process is going fine or not. Now, after that, the phase came of technological advancements. Under this phase, the BPOs went beyond the traditional cost cutting stuff and process optimization, and to deliver value added services that drive business growth and innovation. Value-added services enhances the client's operations and improve customer experience. Now let's look at the value-added services. These could be data analytics, digital transformation, customer experience management, process re-engineering, risk management, innovation and R&D, multilingual support, that is support in different languages. So now let's look at how BPO, takes up the process from other country or other organization. The first step would be contract signing. The client would sign a contract with the BPO provider. That contract or agreement would have the scope of work. So, what is the work that they are wanting to give outsource? It could be like AP, AR, like how it has to be done and all that. And then there will be service level agreements, that is, you can say kind of targets, and the price. What is the price they are willing to pay? So again, in this phase also, contract signing phase also, today AI is used. AI is used in the sense before going to a negotiation table, companies are studying their customers, like how much they are paying for similar works, and what is the industry standard, what is that they are looking for, what are the pain areas in which these people can, the BPO can help. So these are so AI again is helping them in getting the contracts, and again kind of appraising the contracts. Now the next phase is the transition phase. The transition phase is where a team from your company, the BPO company, will either go physically to the location of the to the location of the service provider, or the company rather, and they will learn the process over there. Maybe this can be done online also now. So they would understand that process, and they will again enforce the same process in India. So that is one part of transition. Then this again transition will have a pilot phase. It will have shadowing and reverse shadowing. Shadowing means the person who has been doing the work, that is the company person, will do the work, and our BPO person will see from behind, and see like how it is done. And then reverse shadowing is like the BPO person would be working, and the company person will be overseeing that. So after that, there is a pilot phase where the work will be done from India, or from the BPO company, and they will be monitoring from their country. And then comes the steady phase. In this steady phase, what the company would be monitoring the performance, and checking if the agreed SLAs have been met or not, and how to go ahead in future. And then there is again, after it's steady and performance is happening well, there is a continuous improvement phase where you know the BPO improves the work, like something, like some function would require, a task would require 10 minutes earlier. So they would cut down the time to say 5 minutes. So they can say like earlier it used to take 10 minutes. Now we have improved the process, and we can do this in 5 minutes. So this is a simple example of the continuous improvements that happen. So now let's look at how AI and other technologies have been helping the BPOs. One of the things, like in the AI and technology field, which is like very prevalent, are chatbots. Now, like if you see, I think we all know about the chatbots. Infosys has Neon, TCS has Ignio, HCL has Dry Eyes, ICICI has iPan, and we all have like Meta and WhatsApp and so on. So these chatbots has also changed the way people has been, looking at things. Then again, a natural language processing (NLP). When I operated ICICI's IPAL, I could see that IPAL was using natural language processing or NLP, and it was talking to me, and it would understand the context in which I was talking. So natural language processing is nothing but a voice, kind of a voice given to the artificial intelligence or the system, and which would also again understand the context in which we are talking. Now, the next thing is robotics. So robots are everywhere. So how can BPOs be left behind? So basically, these robots perform repetitive and complex tasks. RPA or robotic process innovation is a technology that's gaining traction. So basically, examples or some of the robotic processes is IBM robotic process automation or Blue. That is one of the things. Okay, now let's go to advanced analytics. These are AI powered analytics that the BPOs have been using. And then OCR has again been helpful, like it converts images or text from the images to machine readable languages, machine readable text, and through which lot of information can be put into the system. So again, now let's look. One of the most happening thing is blockchain and IoT. Everybody is talking about this. Now, why do we have to use blockchain, and how is it different from the centralized data that data storage or data processing that we have? So one is data security. Blockchain provides data security because it has immutable ledgers, which blockchain is kind of blocks that are linked to one another, and the previous transaction is encoded into the next transaction. Then there is transparency. Blockchain provides transparency to their clients to track their data, and then real-time monitoring can be done through blockchain. Automation and data-driven insights is the other things that are big in the industry. Now, not only BPOs, but even the state governments in India have been using blockchains. One of those examples is Karnataka government's use of blockchain in their online supply chain management for medicines, Aushadha. So their site is e-Aushadha. Maybe you can go and check that. So this is driven by blockchain. And another example is Walmart and IBM Consulting. So, as a case study, let us look at how these AI and other technologies, blockchain has helped Walmart solve its problem. As you all know, Walmart is one of the largest grocers in United States. In 2016, Walmart reported that nearly 140 million Americans visited its store every week, and majority of them purchased food. But then, starting from kind of 2000s, there were several high profile cases that worldwide that brought attention to food safety issue, be it China's issue with food safety, and then again in 2007 the amount of beef recalled in United States due to E. coli contamination increased drastically. So once the beef was contaminated by E. coli, they had to call back all the stocks because they were not able to identify a particular, this batch has been contaminated. So they had to recall all the batches and all the stock. And again, an Illinois McDonald's was cited as a source of hepatitis outbreak that exposed more than 10,000 people. So look at the magnitude of the problem. So, again, one more case. The Peanut Corporation of America, this company, went into bankruptcy in 2009 just because it has to recall 3,198 products that were made up of peanut butter. And out of this 3,198, some of them had salmonella, bacteria. So due to that outbreak, they had to recall a lot of stuff. This recall costed the government and the food companies nearly 1 billion USD. Can you see how much it cost? Making it the costliest recall in the history at that time. At least 714 people became ill and 9 people died because of this. These were reported cases. And then, in the background of all these, Walmart was thinking, like, how do we, survive how do we survive and grow in these scenarios? Because these recalls are very costly. And Walmart had a big network of suppliers, and the consumers of Walmart were looking for greater transparency, and also they were looking for healthy food, which any customer would look for. So that was the challenge Walmart was facing. Now let's look what did Walmart do. So what Walmart did was it collaborated with IBM Consulting, and then it said, like, I have this problem, let's find a solution. And the solution was not very simple because the because the way Walmart operates is from the farmer, it gets into a processing unit, and then from the processing unit it gets into the the store. So contamination or bad food can be anywhere. So they had to find out at each stage where it is, so that can be eliminated that time itself rather than getting into the next process and so on, and going into the customer's plate. So the way they took is they took the help of blockchain, and they started feeding all the information into the system, starting from the farmer till it reached the customer, and the customer could scan the QR code and find out, like, who from where he's getting that product, like who's producing that. So in some of the products, those kind of details were there. So the product's history, everything was available in the scan code. So thus the blockchain helped Walmart to identify the sources of these foodborne illnesses. And this earlier, if they had the impact of this exercise was, if earlier they have to figure out the source of contaminated food, then they had they would take approximately a week or two. But then after the implementation of blockchain, can you believe they would find out in 2.2 seconds with accuracy as to which batch or packets need to be recalled, instead of recalling like the whole food, which is very costly. And again, a lot of resources are required, and there's a lot of tension. So this ways with the implementing with blockchain technology, Walmart and IBM collaboration has helped Walmart. So, isn't that beautiful? So, that looks beautiful, but then there are certain challenges that are faced by the BPOs. So, what could that be? Automation and AI adoption. This word looks very beautiful, but then it requires lot of money. So continuously automating and using AI is a very costly affair, though it is inevitable, but yet your technology should be much better than your competitors technology. That is other factor that needs to be improved. Then factor number 2, talent acquisition and retention. So this is also a very big issue in BPOs right now. So when somebody is hired into a BPO, so not only they have output in terms of their CTC, but also there is a lot of amount that is spent on training that resource to mold into the culture of that company, but also in technical terms they are trained, and then they are trained into each specification of the process, and then if that person leaves, imagine how it will be. And if you're not getting the right person on time, your business partner would not want any miss of SLA. He will not be ready to listen to any of your alibis. So they would say, I have paid you this much and I want the process to run this smooth. So it is really a big challenge right now for talent acquisition. More than talent acquisition, retention is again a big challenge, because people will move to people, or the resources will always want to get into a higher pay package or a better company. So this is one of the major challenge. Then again, data security. This is again a pretty important challenge that needs to be addressed by the BPO. Then the process complexities. If you look at the traditional BPOs, they had simple works that were to be outsourced. But now, these simple works have have been automated, and now we are left with complex processes that needs to be, done. So for these complex processes, it is not easy to maintain, run them. And then threats, that is again a major problem that we discussed in data security and compliance. And then this legacy system integration. This is again a major task that any BPO will be facing. Like when we worked for GSK, so GSK that time used to work on JD AdWords, and we had to slowly move them into Oracle or a SAP. Then that integration was very difficult, because they had the system, the earlier system used to operate in different way, and this system used to operate in a different way. Apart from that, the major problem was training the people, because people had been used to that system. Acceptance of this system initially was very low, but later on, it went well. So apart from that, now earlier there were only few BPOs. Now, like there are so many BPOs. So competition is increasing. Whenever competition increases, the pressure on pricing increases. So now you were supposed to do a good work at a reasonably better, cheaper price because of competition. And again, client expectations need to be managed. Regulatory compliance is another important task that needs to be addressed, because if you do not address this, then you're gone. Then, apart from all these, global economic uncertainty is something that maybe not only BPO but kind of all companies and all of us has been going through, and we all need to address that. This could be, trade wars, could be currency fluctuations, wars in Middle East, South China Sea escalations, etc. Because uh, because of these uncertainties and relations with different companies, the BPOs get impacted. Apart from that, so it looks like there are a lot of virus threats that are happening. So pandemic like COVID-19, and right now we have this HMPA virus. So these kind of viruses impact the working of those BPOs, and not only BPOs at a large level, but these health issues has been hampering the working of the staff or the resources. So this is again one more challenge that the BPOs need to face. So now, are everything a challenge? So let's look at the practices, that could help BPOs to, mitigate these challenges. First is develop a digital first strategy. So you need to be in the forefront of the technology so as to take away all the cream rather than be the last person, because by that time the cream is gone, and you will not be paid that huge. Now, the second thing is focus on customer experience. Now, you need to develop a customer centric approach, invest in customer experience management, and ensure proactive communication. The next is invest in talent development. You need to invest in training, development program, also focus on upskilling the employees. Apart from that, you need to have a risk management framework. And the last but not the least, you need to focus on social sustainability and social responsibility. Unless your organization is socially friendly, it will be difficult, to operate, because the BPO is a subset of big society, and if you are not delivering anything to the society, then the survival of that company would be difficult in a long run. So we need to do our own work, or we need to contribute to the overall well-being of the society. So I think it's time, and we are kind of getting to the close of this. If you have any questions, please type it across. So, Mr. Balasubramaniam, Madam, what is the contribution percentage of the total GDP? Well, I didn't I didn't find it out. Maybe I'll find it out. If the company wants to outsource its non-core operations, are there any hidden costs for the company? In general, most of the non-core operations are not outsourced, but if they outsource, so it all depends upon whom you outsource. Can you trust your BPO? If you can trust, and if you have confidence that that can be done by the BPO, then certainly you can do. Are there any hidden costs that no time will tell? But mostly BPOs would want to keep their customers happy. whether blockchain tech helps Walmart to track genetically modified products. So basically, most of the stuff that I know about is they had been looking at bacterial or virus things that are trackable, and also they were looking at this thing called now uh, resistance against antibiotic resistance against infections. So that is something that I know. Well, genetically modified, I don't know. I haven't come across that. Please debrief on the main reasons for high employee turnover in BPO industry, especially call center operations. Okay, so major reasons for the high employee turnover would be like one I would say right now is health issues. Many of the BPOs, like if they are supporting US and stuff like that, so they need to work at a night, and many of them, not many, I would say, some of them are facing health issues. So that is one reason, and the other reason is like. Mm, family reasons, and if you look at if some else BPO or some other company is paying you higher, you would like move on to that company. And these most of the times people see these call centers as an initial place where they would learn the processes, and they will learn about how to operate in a corporate world, and then they will, once they have learned those stuff, they will move on to a higher paying company. So that again causes turnover. Yeah. Is there any more questions? Yeah.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
there
The
are
questions are done, ma'am. The questions are
over,
done.
okay.
Thank you so much for answering the questions. Over to
Yeah.
Srinivasa Madhavan.
Yes. Thank you all.
It was a very, very wonderful session, ma'am. Various information about BPO enlightened us very much. And also the doubt solving session gave us more clarity about the topic. Thank you, ma'am. Moving on,
Thank you.
it's very moving on, it's very important to thank all the persons who are part of this program. For that, I invite the Vice President of PG Association, our sensational Sridhar sir, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Srinivas. I consider it an honor and a privilege to have a chance to offer a vote of thanks for this knowledge enriching CEP on recent trend in commerce and business, AI and digitalization, machine learning, and technology enabled business. Organized by PG and Research Program of Commerce, Guru Nanak College, under the aegis of Guru Nanak Center for Consultancy and Outreach Initiative in collaboration with the Institute of Cost Accountant of India on this day. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our keynote speaker, CMA Nanty NalinKumar Shah, for his valuable inputs. We appreciate your insights, highlighting how the technology used in modern world. Thank you, sir. On behalf of the PG and Research Program of Commerce, I extend my heartfelt thanks to our resource person, CMA Jyothi Dammala, for her exemplary session on recent trend in technology used BPOs. She focused on brief overview of BPOs, factors driving India's BPOs growth and success, scope and types of job taken up by BPOs, BPO process, AI and other technologies, challenges faced by BPO, best practice. Ma'am, your session added an extra spark to day 2 and ensured a lively and engaging start to this CEP. Thank you, ma'am. I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the chief patron of this CEP, our General Secretary and Correspondent, Mr. Manjit Singh Nair, CMA Bhuti Bhushan Naik, President ICMAI and CMA TCA Srinivasa Prasad, Vice President ICMAI. I also express my sincere thanks to our principal and head, Dr. T.K. Abhay Kodai, and head GNCCOI, Dr. Swati Paliwal, for their constant support in all our endeavors. A sincere thanks to the convener, Dr. Tamichelvi, head in charge of the department and advisor of the program, CMA Rakesh Shankar Ravi Shankar, for their unwavering support and encouragement. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank all the organizing committee members of our department, then the Commerce Department Association Student of Office Bearers, and my co-convener, Dr. Gayatri Harikumar, for their tireless support and cooperation in all our academic activities. I would like to thank all the CMA pursuing students, CMA members, industrial experts, academic fraternity, our Guru Nanak College students, and all our viewers for watching this session online today. Last but not least, I humbly bow my head to the Almighty for encouraging successful progress of day 2 of the CEP session as per the set schedule, for providing valuable key learnings for all the stakeholders. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Wonderful vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Jain.
Dear participants, please stay with us. Please stay with us for day 3. Tomorrow we have an expert resource person to talk on a very prominent subject, information technology as an enabler or a facilitator for higher education institution. So what role this IT will play for the higher education institutions? Is it a facilitator role, or is it going to enable, or maybe something more than that? So stay tuned with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.